I interviewed Mahendra Sharma in the beginning of September, and he said that either in the US or in Israel there would be an attack of huge proportions. He said it was going to be big.
This was a prophecy that Kenyan-based astrologer Mahendra Sharma made on a local radio station a few days before September 11th last year.
Holy shit!
I see extensive terrorist attack. Buildings, big buildings, or the dam will collapse. But specific on the USA is the terrorist attack and the buildings collapse. So I thought that might be the bomb, or terrorists will put the bomb in the buildings or something like that. But it's happened something from the air, you know.
Further to that, he said, after that incident, the first country to respond outside of the US and Israel would be the UK. And that was the case as well.
When Bob Mabena interviewed Mahendra on his radio show, he was a little doubtful. But 3 days later, he was blown away.
My goodness, this is so close. But I didn't think about the magnitude of 911. I didn't even think that would happen.
A modern-day Nostradamus, or a man who has simply made educated guesses. Born to a family of astrologers in northern India 34 years ago, Mahendra Sharma first started learning about the planets at the age of 8. His grandfather, whose sight was failing him, required and relied on Mahendra to read the Vedic astrological charts and passed on this ancient art form onto his grandson.
When I was 12, the many people used to come to me and I used to advise them. And at the same time, the predictions I was making for them, that they were coming, quite accurately. People was really happy.
As is tradition, Mahendra's grandfather drew up his chart at birth, and this is what he saw.
My grandfather, with his hand, he mentioned that this boy will learn astrology. He mentioned that he will become well-known.
The number of people who believe they can see into the future are endless. But when Mahendra in his early 20s predicted the fall of the Soviet Union, people had to take notice.
I predicted that the Mikhail Gorbachev will lose his job and the USSR will disintegrate. Exactly happened after 5 or 6 days. I said that Boris Yeltsin will take over the power, and exactly happened. Everybody was in shock. That's how I predicted. That was really make the people believe that no, this boy has something.
Mahendra has developed his own form of complex astrology. He has honed these skills and claims he has been pretty accurate with world events, as this 1991 newspaper reflects.
I predicted about Nelson Mandela. He will take over the power. He will become a most powerful man in the country, and he will rule the South Africa. The people were very scared that after I predicting, they said, no man, if the Nelson Mandela will come, then the country will completely break down, or there will be big chaos. I predicted no way. That is not indicating. And I think the time has proved. The major thing again happened about the Princess Diana. In 1991, I predicted that Princess Diana will have a divorce, break up with marriage, and after the breaking of the marriage, I see an accidental death. Because one day I was just reading her chart, and I saw, and next day I just sent the facts to the newspaper, because this is the chart and this is what I see.
6 years after his prediction, and the world mourned the death of their beloved princess.
I'll always be glad that I knew the princess.
Even Bill Clinton did not escape Mahendra's penetrating foresight.
Second term now, I said, the Clinton will win the elections, but I don't see that he is completing the second term because of the major scandal I see in his chart. I was very near, but still the people is saying that, man, you are very close, but not 100%.
Mahendra says that he has an 80% success rate. Due to the world's complexity, it would almost be impossible to be totally accurate.
Every second, the things is changing. And you cannot think the thousands or the millions of the things at the same time. So that is why you miss so many things in life, in predictions.
Undaunted, though, he has boldly stated his predictions for world trends and the future of 95 countries for the year 2002. In his book, which he completed 15 months ago, Mahendra speaks quite extensively about the tensions in the Middle East. In it, he states, "There will be a devastating conflict in the Middle East, and many countries will get involved."
It will be very close to the world war. Because many countries will get involved. It is not something that only the Israel and the Palestinian, they will fight now. No, many will get involved.
In your book, you state that you think there will be more terrorist attacks. Do you think Osama bin Laden is alive?
According to me, I think the key people knows where he is and all this. I don't want to say more.
While the Middle East seems to be heading for more bloodshed, in his book, Mahendra also comments on the events that have recently taken place in Zimbabwe.
I will accept the result more than accept it because I will have won.
Thank you, sir.
In Zimbabwe, everybody is suffering because the time of the Zimbabwe is bad, and also I see a very bad career ending for Mugabe. Specifically, if you read the sentence, then specifically, please you read the sentence.
If he survives, then he will rule Zimbabwe till November 2004. But I see a very bad ending for his social and political career. Someone young will take power and will invite back the people whom Mr. Robert Mugabe expelled, and the new government will give them back their properties and their rights. What do you see for Africa?
I think the bad days, over, but we'll see result. It takes some time to entering in the new place. I see Africa entering in new place. A lot of development will come. And the people will get job, and there's so much activity I see in next 100 years. The whole continent will be completely different. That is what I see today.
His vision for South Africa is also unbelievably positive and shiny.
The way uncertainty will come in the world economy, stock markets, the paper currency, that time, the real thing, the solid thing, not the paper, the actual thing, the metal, the yellow metal, gold, will play a key role in this 100 years next.
In the past couple of months, there has been a marked increase in the gold price. He believes that those countries which have oil and gold will rule the next century, and herein lies our strength.
I see a future superpower, South Africa. Today, nobody will believe me. I know. Time will prove.
His predictions about financial markets may be considered educated guesses, but his statements about world leaders and AIDS will undoubtedly test his credibility. In your book, you state that Thabo Mbeki, his popularity will play a crucial role in overcoming the disease of AIDS, and that he will make very good policies for AIDS victims.
Yes.
But popular belief is that he's done the exact opposite.
The time will improve for him after June. Then he will be able to make decisions. Maybe he will get a right people, right advisor. Because when your time is bad, even your surrounding is bad, AIDS is a problem. Evil. After 4th of July, sudden good news will come. I think I will be very much right. The cure will be from South Africa. The cure will come out from South Africa.
In your book, you state that your predictions are not 100% accurate, but at the same time, you say that a cure for AIDS will be found. Isn't this dangerous?
Maybe on the time factor, I may come wrong. But one thing I know, when I am predicting something confidently, then definitely will going to happen. This is the one thing I can say 100%.
Mahendra believes that although the stars may push in certain directions, he hopes that his book will help people to counteract negative influences and steer the world on a positive course.
So my main motto behind this that I will do something for the world. I want to do something for the world. And I have a great gift of this subject, and through this, direct or indirectly, I can guide.
A cure for AIDS out of Africa? No reason why not. Remember, the website address is www.carteblanche.co.za.
No, we're out of time. On behalf of the crew here at Mnet in South Africa, have a great week. Good night.